Hey guys. Alright, this next experience I had in the Yukon territory, and it was before I landed in Vancouver, so I gotta backtrack a little bit. But anyway, we ended up going to the Yukon, Whitehorse and the Yukon, and we were deciding just if we were gonna live there or not. It was a nice place, I really liked it. And the thing was really cool was you're not used to it, but for me, the sun in the summer times, like August or July, August, the sun only when it set at night, it would only go like just below the horizon. So it was daylight most all day, like it never got night. So that kind of screwed me up for like we stayed there for like 4 days or something a week, and really screwed me up. And like the first day there, we got off the bus, we went to a campground, and the first day there, I we just mostly slept and walked around the camp and along the river and stuff. Went into town, did some stuff, and the next day I was out, but I hadn't slept yet because I didn't know the sunset. It was really messed up, man. I was up for 2 days, right? I was up for 2 days because I was trying to keep track, but you just keep playing because there's so much to explore. Like we're like looking for, we were fishing, we were panning for gold, just like the old timers did, and all fun stuff you do in the Yukon, looking for bones of mastodons that are washed up on shore and stuff. And that's what I always wanted to do. Me, I wanted to go explore for like months on end, but you can't, right? You need a lot of money and boats and camping gear and backpacking gear and survival gear, which I didn't have. So we were just exploring, Whitehorse. And the trip from Alberta up the, I think it's called, some long ass highway through the mountains, 2-lane highway through the mountains. Man, that was something. We saw grizzly bears on the side of the road. If you ever get to take it, it's called the Can-Am Highway. It goes from somewhere in Alberta up to the Yukon through BC and Alberta. Holy shit. You're driving along and there's a cliff, like fucking 200 feet straight down. And you're driving alongside and you look down and there's old trucks and cars like from the 60s and 50s all smashed as shit down there. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, I wonder if there's still bodies down there, Can't believe it. There's no way you can get them cars and trucks up. So it's like a whole different world other than like Southern Ontario, right? Awesome stuff. So anyway, that was exciting, stuff like that. And I was loving it. I was loving it. So anyway, but the second day we were there, I hadn't slept yet because my time clock and the sunlight and everything was just messed up. So I think somewhere around noon, I ended up with a brutal fucking headache because I was out running around having fun. I wasn't hydrated, sweating my ass off. It was like 90, 95, or, up there in the 90s. And I got a brutal headache, went home, ate some food, drank a lot of water, and popped an Advil to get rid of my headache because of my muscles. I've been carrying a backpack around all day for a day and a half. And so my muscles are all stressed out. And before I went to bed, I could feel the ETs. Not real strong or anything, okay? But I could feel them staring at me. So I knew they were around. And that was like 2 hours before I crashed with the headache. And I could feel the ETs around. And it's broad daylight. It's like noon or something. And, or the afternoon, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there. I went in the tent and just crashed. So I'm laying there on my stomach. I'm laying in the tent on my stomach, and I can feel the ETs are coming closer and closer. Now that I'm trying to fall asleep and I'm relaxing, I'm opening up spiritually, and I can feel the ETs coming. Right? They never come right to my face, but they were like above the tent, like not 1,000 feet above the tent, in a cloaked craft. I call it a cloaked craft, but that's what it is, so whatever. And I know they're out there, but there's no way. There's no way. So I don't know what they're doing. So I just open my soul, let my soul out, or my spirit, my inner light out. You take care of it, because I can't. And that's what I did. And I'm laying on my stomach, like sleeping. And the ETs get real close. And soon as they get real close, I'm totally out of it. I'm still conscious. I'm wide awake, laying there, but I'm totally on Advil or ibuprofen, and I'm out. I can't move. I feel like yogurt, hot yogurt. You're all mellow, And all of a sudden, as the ETs get real close, screaming in my head's going. And I can feel them staring right at me, real close. And all of a sudden, I feel an earthquake. Just a little one, nothing big. And I can feel it in my chest. Okay? And my chest is on the ground. And I can feel it. And all of a sudden, as soon as the earthquake ended, it just shook way down in the earth somewhere. And it was like I could see it. And my attention went there. All of a sudden, boom! I astral travel right into the earth. Just left my body. Boom! Right into the earth. And I'm traveling through rock. Different layers of rock. And I went fast. I went pretty fast. I went, and I'm flying down. Fucking like 1,000 miles an hour. And I see different types of rock pass by me. And all of a sudden, boom! I'm in like a cave. Like a little cave. And I'm down there deep. I mean deep. And I don't know how many miles deep. I'm somewhere in the crust, I think, of the earth. And I'm in a cave. And I can smell, when you take two rocks and you rub them together and you smash them, and it makes that hot granity smell. I don't know what that compared to. Take a couple rocks and rub them together real fast and then smell it. That's what it smells like. And I'm down there, and I can see, and it's all lit up. It's like, it's lit up. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why it's lit up. It's a spiritual thing for you to see. But it's lit up. Not real bright, like, a lobby in a fucking Hilton. But it's lit up. And I can see the rock come down like this in front of me. Okay? And I can see, when you take two rocks and you take on the cement, you take one rock and you rub it along the cement and it leaves a white scar. A white scar? Well, I see all these white scars going down this little slope in front of me. All these white scars, and they're like white. And I can see where, and that tells me automatically that where the slope came down like this, I'm sitting here, the slope came down with all the scars on it, and there was another rock that went like that. And I'm sitting here. And so this rock went, like slid down, and I'm seeing all these white scars on the rock here. And I'm sitting in this cave, and I can see water now, and I'm smelling that rock smell, and I can see where the white is. There's water now running into the white and making it gray as it comes down like water. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm right at the epicenter of the volcano where it happened, right? And I don't know, I was just freaking out. I got tingles and everything. I'm freaking out. I'm sitting there looking at it, and I get right in close to where the water is that's hitting the scarred rock, where the two rocks rub together. And And all of a sudden, I shot. As soon as I saw that and examined it really good, I mean, there wasn't much else to do. And I figured, I'm deep in the earth, man. I gotta get the hell out of here. So I started coming out. And I started shooting back, and not consciously. It was like my soul was doing it. Someone else was doing it. I'm just on for the ride here. I'm just having a ride here. Anyway, I ended up back in my body. And I'm like, holy fuck. I just felt the earthquake. And I saw the rocks and the burn marks and the scrape marks. And I was in the middle of an earthquake. And I was like tingling, freaking out. But I was so burned out. I'm Kate. I haven't had a shower. I'm sunburnt. I got salt all over me. I got a headache. I'm hot as hell. And I'm on ibuprofen, laying in my tent. I feel like hammered shit. And I'm just dead. But I'm excited because, and all of a sudden, I get back in my body. And the ETs were there. And so I reach out and I hook up to the ETs. And I'm all excited because I had the earthquake. And I don't know, maybe I did astral travel to the craft, and it was right there, it wasn't far, so I just basically hooked up to the ET. Now I don't know if I astral traveled, because I was freaking, but I'm standing in front of him, I'm going, yay, and I told him I just hooked up, I just went inside the earth, I just astral traveled in the earth to have to see the earthquake. I felt the earthquake, and I traveled down in the earth, and I saw it. I don't know, to me, he was just standing there going, like, what the hell is he saying? But I was excited, I didn't care, I wanted to express it to somebody. You know, they're the only ones around. So, I was excited, and I wanted someone else to hear my experience, because it was pretty cool. I mean, how many times do you get to feel an earthquake, and then immediately go down and see where it happened? Right? Astral traveling. Picture the scenario from a normal person day to day. That gets up, gets in his minivan, fights with his wife and his kids, goes to the office, comes home, goes to soccer or hockey, and repeat. Rinse and repeat. How many times, my day, the highlight of my day, ETs come down, I feel earthquake, astral travel down into the cave and see where it happened, come back to my body, then astral travel or project my consciousness to the extraterrestrial that's above me in the spacecraft. And here I am in the Yukon, somewhere I always wanted to go. Alright, you get it? My fucking life is so fucking out there. No one believes the shit I say. But I love it. And so, you gotta love this stuff, man. This is what happens to you day in and day out. You don't even have to worry about it. Not everything is great and awesome, but when awesome happens, it's awesome. So, like, you get a lot of spiritual bad shit, but it's all learning processes. And once you're over the breaking of the ego for a spiritual experience, it's all right, man. As long as you know. And, this just happened. But I think Advil, the ibuprofen, mellowed me out enough to where my body was totally exhausted because I was up for like a day and a half, if not longer. And so I was in that state of consciousness where you're just like, brutal. You're totally exhausted, dehydrated, and the earthquake happened, and my soul got excited and took me down there, my spirit. So that's another experience I had with the ETs. Now, if the ETs had anything to do with that, I would say maybe. I don't know. I could feel them. They were hooking up to me. I was having the sound in my head. So, but they're hooking up to my spirit. My spirit's hooking up to them. When the earthquake happened, and I shot down. I didn't shoot up into the ship, but I went there afterwards. But it's like, I don't know. That's what happened. Awesome experience. I loved it. So that's about it for this video. It's a short one, but it was a short experience, but an awesome one.